About what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams, man.
Fight.
What about the Terence Bud Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering them questions, And if a fight happened, it happened. I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
And there's like right now, you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. He's got the it, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter.
Jaron Boots Ennis and Terence Bud Crawford faced off in a high-energy live interview. Ennis said he's ready to fight at 154, but Crawford dismissed him, saying he's only after mega fights now.
Do you consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
Then Crawford fired back, saying Ennis hasn't faced anyone proving he's on Crawford's level. A remark that immediately got fans talking and drew a clear line between them.
Devin Easy, you could have fought me.
You jumped up out of my sanction body to go fight in the IBF. So what I know? If it don't matter, catch up.
Yo, he picked Evan
Catch up.
Evan Easy was way under.
You just said it don't matter. Catch up. I'm talking about before that.
He not about it. We already know he not about what he's talking about.
I'm not about what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams, man.
Fight.
Crawford made it clear he's done with tune-ups and tired of waiting in the wings. The face-off left everyone thinking the same thing. If he and Ennis ever signed the dotted line, it would be fireworks. After that heated Crawford versus Ennis talk, Boosie Anders jumped in like a dad showing up at a PTA meeting ready to confront the principal.
Hey, man, listen closely. Make that fight. We want that fight. You know what I mean? I said, we wanted him or either Spence. It didn't make no difference. As long as we get the fight, we'll see where we coming from. Right now, we ain't worrying about Crawford. We're going to clean 147 now, and then we're going to move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. So
he wasn't holding back, basically saying, we never duck Crawford. The only thing I ever turned down is the thermostat. That's pure old school boxing dad energy. I loved how he clapped back at the narrative. If Crawford really wanted Boots, he could have called directly instead of going through more middlemen than a pyramid scheme.
We're going to talk about it and we're going to discuss what we're going to do with Terence and Boots. That's what, I said, yeah, well, if you want to fight, just let me know. That's just what Steven said, right? And they said, well, we'll call you later on. Never called him back. That's what happened. So they trying to say that we never turned the fight. I talked to Terence last night. We never turned the fight down. We've been wanting to fight Terence.
And the funniest part, Boo Sizey basically told Crawford, you fought a Van Zien when you could have fought us. Translation, you skipped the steak dinner and went for a happy meal. Savage, but true. Fans just want to see these lions in the ring, not stuck in negotiation games. And if this fight ever happens, bring popcorn. It won't be 12 boring rounds.
You could have fought us, but you're going to fight Avanesia. And then I said, Avanesia, you could have fought us. And then Terence said, well, Boots could have been number one. All you had to do was call us. We would have took that fight. You ain't have to fight Avanesia. Avanesian, whatever.
Avanesian ranked in the WBO?
Way behind us. You know what I mean? So if you really wanted to fight us, you could have fought us.
After Buzzy reminded everyone that Crawford could have called Boots directly instead of going through Avon, Roy Jones Jr. stepped in with some classic wisdom. When Roy talks boxing, you listen, he's not just a Hall of Famer. He's the cheat code.
Boots versus Terence Crawford, what does that look like?
I don't know yet, because we haven't seen Boots in against a guy that has touched him good enough to really test his chin. So that's the only thing we don't know about him yet. We don't know if he can take the real punch yet because we haven't seen it. But as far as the skill goes, he got everything. And that fight could be a very difficult fight because he has everything.
Roy basically said Boots has all the tools, but his chin hasn't truly been tested yet. You can have speed and footwork, but until someone like Crawford lands a shot, you don't know if you're steel or glass.
The guy is talented and has the skill level that Boots has. Anything can happen, but don't get it wrong. Bud has that skill level too, so.
Roy, describe the fight as more than intriguing. It's a chess match where one wrong move could mean checkmate. When Roy, the human highlight reel, says both are at an elite level, you know it's serious. Fans are hyped not just for speed or power, but to see if the young lion can survive when the king tests his bite.
The reality is, Jaron Ennis didn't force his team to make this fight and say, listen, Steven, I'm signed to you and Showtime. I'm not signed to the PBC and Al Heyman. You need to do what's best for my career and make this fight happen. And he didn't do that. And the rest is history. Terence Crawford.
Boots has looked untouchable so far, but Crawford is like the final boss in a video game. You can't beat him with talent alone. You need timing, patience, and a ton of heart. If this fight ever happens, it won't just answer whether Boots is for real. It'll show if Crawford adds another jewel to his legacy, or if the torch finally gets passed. Either way, fans win, because this is the kind of fight that makes boxing feel alive.
Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. Obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very...
Roy Jones Jr. basically crowned Boots as the full package, with the chin as the only question mark. Then Timothy Bradley jumped in saying, "Hold up, don't get carried away, Crawford still has mountains to climb." I love it because Bradley keeps it real. Crawford might be great, but greatness is earned, tested against killers like Benavidez Jr. and Puzzle Master by Vival.
Back to Benavidez. Damn, if Benavidez come back down to 168, man, that's another crazy matchup for Terence Crawford. Because, again, look, with the skill set of Crawford and everything else he brings, right? These guys have skills too, and they bigger than he is. See, and that's difficult.
And you've got to admit, Bradley has a point. Beating Canelo was like pulling Excalibur from the stone, but chasing giants at 168 is myth-level danger. This isn't just can Bud win? It's can he outfight guys built in a boxing lab and outthink them? That's the drama fans live for. Bradley might sound like he's cooling Crawford's hype, but he's really fueling it. He's showing that against those monsters, Crawford faces real risk in a legacy-defining fight.
So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy, everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness, because he's a mega star now. So it don't matter who Terence fight. Everybody gonna be tuning in to see the greatness of...
I also love Bradley's subtle jab at Floyd, telling him to chill and enjoy the ride, the most low-key champ advice ever. Bottom line, Crawford is in that rare spot where, win or lose, the world tunes in to see if he can solve puzzles no one else dares touch. And that's what makes boxing beautiful, not the easy fights, but stepping in against the guy everyone warned you about, either becoming a legend or getting humbled on the biggest stage. That's why we can't look away.
On this channel, if you stay tuned on this channel, y'all know that Big Ball is a miracle fight. Yeah, he's a miracle fight. Terence Crawford may need a miracle beating that dude right there. Styles make fights. I tell you folks all the time, Styles makes fights. That's what it is. And B-Ball got the style to give Terence Crawford fits. He got the size to give him fits. He got the footwork to give him fits. He got the...
Right. After Bradley cooled the room with his reality check on Bems and Bivol, Coach Calvin Ford dropped bombs like it was fight night again. He didn't flinch, saying Crawford could have stopped Canelo, but chose humility. Imagine that the pound-for-pound king sparing Canelo like a pickup game, letting him walk out with pride intact. That's not just boxing IQ. That's boxing charity. Ford nailed it. Canelo was throwing everything at Crawford, And Crawford was reading it like last night's Twitter feed.
No, I say it's not crazy because I predicted. I said Canelo was going to get old in the ring that night. No disrespect to Crawford. He did a good. Crawford could have stopped him. He could have. Me being a coach and watching how the fight was going on, he could have stopped him. And I know he's saying it in his mind, but he was being humble of Canelo. He was being humble, and it was a great fight, and it was good talk.
And the way Calvin crowned him, he didn't hesitate, saying, Bud is this generation's guy, carrying the torch after Floyd. Then he dropped the wildest what if. Floyd versus Crawford, even as an exhibition. Let's be real, we'd all pay way too much to see that. Forget Logan Paul exhibitions. Give me Bud and Floyd in a chess match with gloves. Calvin made it sound like Crawford didn't just win, he leveled up in the boxing's final boss. That's why we love these breakdowns. The real flex isn't just winning. It's showing you could end it any time, but chose to put on a masterclass instead. Savage on another level.
Floyd's generation to this generation didn't get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on. So
we're seeing all these crazy exhibitions. Maybe we see Floyd and Terence in an exhibition. That'd be something crazy as well.
Just to have two great guys that completed a lot of things in their life of boxing and come together and just give the fans something to do.
And there you have it. From Boots calling out, Bud to Boosie clapping back, to Roy and Bradley dropping perspective bombs, and Calvin Ford saying Crawford basically spared Canelo. This has been one wild ride of boxing talk. Every voice has fuel, leaving us asking, is Crawford untouchable, or is Boots built to finally crack the code? That's the debate keeping boxing a live legacy, pride, and the next torch-passing moment. Now it's your turn. Who's got the edge? Bud or Boots? Could Crawford risk it all against the giants Bradley mentioned? Drop your thoughts, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Punch Headquarters, your ringside seat to the madness. See you in the next one.